Yeah, me too. Thanks, David.
Here we go.
And so off the tip, it's Memphis. And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the one. Bucket is good. And in the past few years, we've seen more of an emphasis on depth from teams around the league, Steve.
Yeah, the reason why is, Kevin, the speed of the game is the reason. Health has been a big reason. And obviously, the deeper you are, the better you are and have a better chance of winning the championship.
So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. George, no good. Now here's Jackson. Passes it to Adams. Adams drawing the double team. Outside, Bain. It's Brooks on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Outside for Jackson. The 3 from Morant. With 1 on the clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I mean, one of the hardest workers in the league. Adams has done a great job of refining his offensive skill set.
And something that gets overlooked is how good of a passer Steven Adams is.
You're totally right, G.A. He's gotten much better with his vision. Knows how to find cutters and open guys out of the high post. Plus, he's skilled at throwing those full-court touchdown passes.
Outside, George. Morris outside. Jackson against Morant. Kicks it out to Leonard. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammate. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Morant outside. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
And that one's good, George.
He's been doing this a long time. George can hurt you from outside, inside, and everywhere in between.
Morant, right side. Bain passes to Morant. Brooks outside. Leonard with the steal. Bain against George. Morris. It's rebounded by Memphis. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Here's Adams. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And then George with the jam.
Letting it all hang out. When George takes flight, just enjoy the show.
For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Big props to Adams. This is a guy who brings the energy and effort every night.
Grizzlies have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
Now here's Morant. Jackson, a screen on Jackson. Here's Morant. And then jammed down as he goes right over to Zubac.
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Stolen by Jackson. Morant against Jackson. Morant reaches to Jackson. On the wing, Brooks. Morant against Jackson. Jackson down low. Feeds to Adams. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. 1:12 left here in the first quarter. Jackson finds George. 3-pointer. He can't hit that time. And it's Memphis the other way. Bain drawn the double team. Out to Brooks. Jackson against Zubac. Jackson gets the bucket.
Good concentration by Jaren. A little contact on the shot. No problem.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Shakes him. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
It's Morant with the drop. And Morant throws it down.
The quickness of Ja Morant is what makes his drives deadly. Where did he go?
George passes to Jackson. Back to George. Crosses over. Puts the move on. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Jaren Jackson. This is his first free throw of the game.
In my opinion, one of the most talented two-way players of this generation. Paul George has stayed humble throughout his success and has shown that he is willing to do whatever it takes to win.
Takes a step back. Morant kicks to Bain. Back to Morant. Pass to Brooks. To the middle. Here's Adams. And Adams with the slam.
He's a power player. That's a grown man move by Steven Adams.
John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. He notched 8 points in the... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
For me, it's all about playing downhill. They've been making it look easy to find penetration in this one, attacking the lanes and forcing the issue with the D.
You also have to admire how they challenge the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. Morant with a wide open look. It's 3-pointers off the mark. The Clippers trail. Leonard dishes to Morris. Inside. And the dunk by Zubac.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Jackson against Morant.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
So it's the Grizzlies now. Right wing. Back to Jackson. Kicks it to Brooks. Jackson setting the pick here for Brooks. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Just 4 to shoot. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Look at the handles by Kawhi Leonard. He has worked on that part of his game. He has his defender on skates.
Morant outside. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket. And you talk to the great ball handlers, and they say, Greg, that footwork is an underappreciated aspect of it. Why is that?
It's like a dance. You're eluding the defender mostly with your feet. The ball handling part is just making sure the ball comes along for the ride.
Morris passes to George. That shot off. Some solid defense there from Jackson. To the inside. Empty that time from Leonard.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
And there's Jackson on the assist by George. Jackson's got his first 2 points.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Morant scanning the floor. That's the 3 fly. Count that is his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Morant, such a quick thinker. He doesn't hesitate on the catch and shoot.
Smitty with Memphis. What do they need right now to make a championship run this season?
Kevin, I think the pieces are all in place. It's a matter of luck on the injury front and staying focused when the pressure's on in the biggest postseason games.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Outside Jackson. Back to Morant. Pass to Bain. There's the dish to Jackson. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
This is a big part of Jackson's game. It isn't the best looking shot, but it's deadly.
Outside Jackson. On the wing, Morris. Back to Jackson. And the rejection by Jackson. It's good. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Outside Jackson. Out to Morant. He's feeling it. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 17 points for John Morant.
Elite ball handler who can hit from every spot on the floor. Morant lighting them up tonight.
George passes to Morris. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Morant throws it down.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Outside for Jackson. Back to George. Just 5 to shoot. And Leonard has it in the corner. Connects from 3-point range. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
The 3-point numbers for Kawhi Leonard, they show this man is elite from deep.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. 22. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Guys, John Morant has been sensational.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
We've got Green, Tyus Jones out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Aldama in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Here's Jones. And Covington sends it back.
All over, guys. I like watching Covington be a pest on the defensive end.
You know what? You can see there's momentum right now. A nice hustle play there on the glass and the finish.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Memphis. 6-point game. And the pass to Aldama. Here's Conchar, guarded by Powell. And there's the foul. It'll go on Terrence Mann. That's his first foul. Here's Clark. 3 from the inbound. Powell pulls it in. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter.
We saw glimpses of John Morant's potential in his first 2 seasons in the league. But year 3, both Ja and Memphis took it to another level.
Passes to Mann. It's Powell on the wing. Jones with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Aldama. On deep. A shot. No good. Clippers trail by 6. Covington passes to Batum. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around. Another level indeed for John Morant, his third season Smitty in the NBA, and now he has joined the conversation for MVP.
Kevin, that scoring average well over 25 points per game. Morant is the leader of Memphis. The Grizz finishing in the top 3 of the West. Incredible for a 22-year-old.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Outside Covington. Here's Wall, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
What a great finish there from Wall. It's clear he doesn't fear anyone when he's looking to score.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action. Brought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA.
Man passes to Powell. Outside Covington. Here's the three. It's not going to go for him. And Memphis the other way now. Now here's Jones. Guarded closer. And that one's good by Clark.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
It's Powell with the drive. For three, Covington. The kick out to Wall. Another shot. The offensive rebound. Right side, Covington. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. On the wing, Green, covered by Wall. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul. Second team. Mark against Batum. Here's Green. Again, Memphis.
Catch and shoot. This is where Danny Green makes his money.
Clippers trail by 8. Up top, Powell. Guarded by Green. Nice move. And the dunk by Powell.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance. Aldama passes to Concho. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Concho's got the lead up to 9 now for Memphis.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. To the wing on the left. The feed to Batum. Takes it off the glass.
Showing the versatility. Nicholas Batum attacking in the lane and challenging that defense.
Jones, the pass to Concho. Here's Aldama. Over in the corner, Green. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Powell finds Covington. Here's man. Guarded by Green. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's foul number 2 for him. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the third.
The insane athleticism. Wall really lets it all hang out when he rises up with the alley-oop.
Pass to Concho. 1 second left. He takes it up and lays it in. Concho's got 7 points here in this quarter.
That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
And so it's Memphis, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Teron Lue's going with. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Robert Covington out there with Batum. And it's man in at the 3. Morant kicks to Bain. Stolen by George. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Morant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Every team is looking for that star to lead them to great things. Morant already looks the part.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Grizzlies?
Their activity has been at a constant level. Always around the ball, quick hands causing a lot of steals.
And not just that, they're also forcing turnovers at a high rate and taking advantage in transition.
And it's Desmond Bain with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
Here's Morant. And the rejection by Zubac. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Hard to keep up with Reggie when he gets out in space. And on top of that, an excellent finisher.
The pass to Bain.
Stay there.
Out to Morant. And Morant throws it down.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Floats it up there for Bain. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits it.
Passes it to Morris. Back to George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Desmond Bain.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there. Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Morant outside. Outside for Jackson. Back to Morant. 4 on the shot clock. And finished off by Morant.
Trying to think of someone who gets off the ground quicker than Morant. It's an exclusive list, I'll tell you.
Leonard dishes to Morris. Outside Jackson. Leonard the pass to George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The defense on George a little too tight there, but to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him.
And the first one drops.
At the line for 2.
Both good from the line that time. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. And here's Morant. Outside Jackson. Out to Morant. He takes it in and finished off by Morant.
A guy who can lull you to sleep and then burst right past you. Ja Morant on the attack.
George dishes to Morris. Back to George. Oh, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Steven Adams picks one up.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
That free throw good from George. Here's Morant. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Leonard inside. Brooks covering. And Leonard gets it to go.
Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. stone-faced assassin.
Morant outside. And finished up by Morant.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Burkett just landed in. He wanted to make a statement.
Here's George. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Morant outside. Pass to Bain. On the clock. Here's Jackson. With the clock winding down and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Great pass by Brooks, showing the leadership here that he showed in college. The kid just makes plays.
Here's Leonard into the lane. It's rebounded by Memphis. They've led by as much as 10. Left side Adams. From deep. So it's Memphis picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony's...
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA. And we've got a pair of teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's McDaniels in at small forward. Edwards for 3. The shot, no good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Outside Morant. Pass to Adams. That one is off. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. Outside Russell. Towns with the ball. Defended by Jackson. Towns passes to Edwards. 5 on the clock. McDaniels finds Russell. Let's go with a 3. Brooks with the rebound. And about Brooks, becoming a staple in the middle of this lineup, Richard.
Plays the 2 and 3 positions on the floor and scores it really well. But most importantly, he's out there for his defensive effort.
Oh, my goodness.
And man, does Morant show he's got such insane athleticism.
Russell against Morant. Here's Towns. Russell with the ball. Pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
With incredible agility and reflexes, Gobert excels above the rim.
Outside Bain. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Outside for Morant. Jackson with it. And it's Gobert picking him up. And that one hits the back iron. The Timberwolves have gone 1 for 3 so far. Here's Russell. The kick out to Edwards. Towns down low. Jackson on him. Towns can't get it to go. Here's Morant. And there's the drive. Count it.
When Morant drives, he is just so difficult to stop. His agility, that's what makes beating the D look so easy.
It's Edwards on the wing from behind the arc. That shot is off. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Outside Morant. Up top Brooks. Pass to Bain. Back to Brooks. Out left to the wing. Morant into the lane. And here's Adams. From downtown, they grab their own miss. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. McDaniels, that's good. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter.
When it comes to the Grizzlies, a lot of this season is about erasing the memory of their playoff loss last year. It was a disappointing end to their season.
Here's Morant. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. But with Memphis's 2021-2022 season, it still has to be considered a success, right?
Yeah, I think it was a successful season, but as a whole, this young team, they won their division, but the hopes were so much higher going into the postseason than just the second round.
Now here's Russell. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And they double up Gobert. Pass to Edwards. Oh, Adams with the block.
Oh, a fantastic defender. Adams embraces his role on this team as their defensive anchor.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Morant. He's got 6. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Kicks it out to Jackson. The 3 is up. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And this is part of Morant's role as a guard. He's responsible for finding the open man.
The Timberwolves trail. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Gobert on the high post. Back to Russell. Edwards for 3. Second shot opportunity. Towns for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. 19 seconds left in the first. Now Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Puts up a 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Edwards. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
He didn't even look worried about the...
And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Grizzlies out in front. They're up by 3. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. And it's Brooks in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. And that one's good. Morant.
Point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
Outside Morant. To the inside. And there's Adams. That one's good. On the assist by Morant.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
Outside McDaniels. The 3. The rebound by Jackson. Memphis leading. Pass to Brooks. Outside Morant. Edwards pulls it in. The Timberwolves have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Here's Gobert. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Bane. That shot off the mark. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Outside McDaniels. Brooks against Edwards. Outside for Russell. To the paint. Gobert. The Grizzlies pull it in. Brooks outside. Jackson outside. Outside Morant. Three-pointer. Edwards pulls it in.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Pass to Towns. It's McDaniels on the wing. Edwards against Adams. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. Just 2 to shoot. Another miss by Minnesota. Well, Memphis shooting the ball at around 42% for the game.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
Outside Edwards. To the wing, right side. Towns down low. Defended by Jackson. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles. Building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Here's Bain. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
And here's Russell. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Here's Edwards. The shot misses. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Left side, Morant. Jackson outside. Pass to Morant. He can't get it to go. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. Oh, they need this. Edwards can't hit. The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Adams, the pass to Morant. 26 seconds left in the second quarter. Jackson outside. And the dunk by Jackson.
The strong finish from Jackson Jr. He goes up with power inside the paint.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Bain against Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Gobert. And he lays it up and in. Gobert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And for Gobert, his offense continues to catch up with the elite defense.
And so it's Memphis closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Back after this. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Boy, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
So for Minnesota right now, Bryn Forbes out there with Jordan McLaughlin. Then there's Naz Reid. Then there's Taurean Prince. And it's Anderson in at the 4. Pass to Jones. Second chance effort. And the layup is up and in. And the Grizzlies lead by 9. Well, Grant, every team is looking for that perfect 5 on the floor. That magical lineup. In your mind, is that synonymous with small ball?
I think it is, B.A. I mean, having players that can play small, can switch on defense, obviously play multiple positions on the offensive end, and just the combination, when executed properly, can be a nightmare for the opponent.
A slam dunk by Reid.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Jones in the post, working on Reid. Pass to Jones. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Since entering the league in 2015, Tyus Jones has proven to be as reliable as it gets. A multi-talented guard who plays to his strengths.
Reid, good.
Tremendous vision. Passing out of the shot, that's great decision making.
Jones finds Green to the wing on the left. Jones up top on the take. Banked it in off the glass. Jones has got 6. And what you appreciate about Jones is how under control he is, Richard. He's never in a rush.
It's what allows the game to come so naturally to him. He's skilled at keeping things very simple. Solid at setting the pace for himself and his squad.
That one a little long. The Timberwolves trail. Anderson inside. Green covering. Anderson gets the bucket.
Nice move to get inside and create a good look for himself.
Pass to Aldama. Outside, Green. Here's Aldama. On the wing, Conchar. 4 on the clock. And he throws it down with one hand.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Pass to Reed. Good D by Clark.
And you've got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Here's Aldama. Back to Jones. Poke loose. And here they go on a free run to the bucket. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Back to Prince. Pass to McLaughlin. Just 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Oh, amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Here's Conchar. Left side, Green. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Clark. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
Down low. It's tipped. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Pass to Conchar. Here's Aldama. Back to Conchar. Shot clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Here's Aldama. And another miss by Memphis. Here's Forbes. Clark covers. Pass to Anderson. The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Grizzlies up by 9. Ken, don't go. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. John Moran is out there with John Conchar. And it's Adams in at the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
And we talk a lot about Morant's athleticism and skill, but what stands out for me is his effort and intensity that he plays with.
Bain, he's checked in for Memphis. Edwards against Bain, and Edwards with the basket on the assist by Russell. Russell's got his 4th assist in this one. Jackson outside. Outside Bain, pass to Moran. Fires, top of the key. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Left side, Russell. Gobert with it. McDaniels from long range. Connects from downtown.
Oh, you love to see that kind of vision from Gobert. As much attention as he draws from the D, there's bound to be an open man, and he just got to find him.
Brooks outside. On the wing, Bain, guarded by Edwards. Bain with it. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now. Outside McDaniels. Outside Russell. The kick out to Edwards. Oh, Adams with the block. Left side Morant. Changes up. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Forget the long-range shots. Ja wants to challenge you down low.
No good on the free throw.
2 shots.
And that trip coming up empty. Missing both. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. It's Edwards on the wing. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Now here's Adams. Pass to Brooks. Inside, Adams. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
You want to stop Adams when he rolls, but honestly, Steven is such a force. Sometimes you can't stop him.
Outside Edwards. Fires the 3. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Jackson. Oh, deflected. Russell against Morant. Jackson on the wing. To the middle. Here's Adams. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Time running out for the Timberwolves. Outside Edwards. Left side McDaniels. There's the 3. Another miss by Minnesota.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Spins. Outside for Brooks. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Morant. Second chance shot. Brooks outside. Here's Jackson. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Anthony Edwards.
It's the size of Jackson Jr. that is so hard to match up with. This is why defenders are just forced to foul him.
Minnesota has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. Russell up top. Pass to Edwards. Russell against Morant. Russell to pass to McDaniels. Clock at 6. Outside for Russell. Jacks up a 3. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Russell against Morant. This one for 3. Drains the triple. Morant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Grizzlies.
Their shot blocking was a huge advantage in this game.
Yeah, I love the excellent defense in the paint. It led to a lot of key stops.
And what a huge performance it was for Ja Morant.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
First team foul.
Edwards against Bain. Can they get it? And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
Second free throw, no good. The 3 from Bain. Doesn't go that time. We look at all the turnovers. Boy, what a way to drive your coach crazy.
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Morant, the pass to Bain. Kicks it out to Jackson. Here's Morant. Here's Adams. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And there he is. I mean, attacking the boards, converting off the misses. I mean, trying to do everything he can to secure this W.
Always giving max effort on the board.
Oh, say does.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the one.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Towns against Morris. Towns, no luck.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And there's Paul George on the assist from Wall.
George, no stranger to dealing with contact and still finishing the shot.
Russell against Wall. Russell passes to Towns. Over Morris. Another miss by Towns. Hey, guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns is having?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
Shot clock at 5. Kicks it out to Leonard from downtown. Minnesota with the rebound. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Outside Edwards. To the wing right side. Towns wide open. Another miss by Towns. The Clippers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Here's Morris. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
Now here's Towns. That one goes in.
Boy, the former second overall pick has really worked on his passing. That was an outstanding find by Russell.
Outside Wall. On the wing, George. And the 3 ball is good. George has got 5 points so far.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
Here's Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Second free throw, no good.
You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive, but recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
Here's George. It's rebounded by Towns. Timberwolves trail by 5. Edwards inside, covered by Wall. Edwards kicks to Towns. And the rejection by Zubats. George against Towns. Outside Leonard. 1:43 left to play in the first quarter. And here's George for 3. Down it goes. His 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4. And for the Timberwolves, Clark, getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
Russell inside, covered by Wall. That's a 2 from Towns.
And when Morris is playing with intensity like this, his defense can really shine through.
To the right side. There's a minute left to play in the first quarter. Leonard the pass to George. 6 to shoot. With the crossover, and George with the stuff.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
I'll tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Oh, here's Edwards. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's McDaniels. That 3 off the mark. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Excellent all-around performance so far against the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And Russell gets it to go.
Big guard, nice handle. D'Angelo can take you a number of ways off the drive.
Passes it to George. From deep three-point range, that shot misses. Russell with a wide-open look. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers going into the break with a 10-point lead. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Clippers?
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
On the court for Minnesota, backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels at the 3, the small forward. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 8. Edwards kicks to Gobert. Over in the corner, Edwards. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Now here's Wall. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. In the corner, George with it. Outside Leonard. Shoots over McDaniel. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Now, here's McDaniel. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Really important for this team to get production from Edwards. When he's aggressive and scoring the ball, they go to another level.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the 3 consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
Here's Wall. Outside for George. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Pope loose. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go, all the way. And Wall slings it home.
Did you see that? Wow, John Wall still has major bounce after being in the league over 10 years.
Oh, here's Edwards. Towns down low. He's against Morris. They grab their own miss. And another shot. Gobert, the pass to McDaniels. Out to Edwards. Stolen by George. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Leonard finds George. Off target from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 8. Russell passes to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And no issues at the rim for Gobert. One of the league leaders in flushes. The Frenchman loves to finish above the rim.
Now here's Wall. Outside, George. Morris kicks to George. Here he goes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nobody near Leonard. No good from outside.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Shoots from 14, and he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. And the Clippers lead by 8. 54 seconds left in the first half of the game. Gobert in the corner. Out to Edwards. Now here's McDaniels. He's covered by Leonard. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
George dishes the Wall. Outside for George. Leonard inside. McDaniels defending. And here's Wall outside. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. All right, David, thank you.
Your Clippers, 21. The Timberwolves, 16.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been one outstanding game from George.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
The guard and off guard, filled by Jackson and Powell. Robert Covington out there with Batum, and it's man in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now Covington. After the missed 3 from Kyle Anderson. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
Superb anticipation on that rejection, and that'll allow them to stay on the lead if they keep defending like that.
Man passes to Batum.
And, you know, Batum certainly has the ability to score inside.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
Anderson outside. Pass to Noel. Unloads. No good there. Clippers leading by 7. And Jordan McLaughlin picks up the foul here. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. 17.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Stolen away.
And thought that pass was going to get through, but no. All of a sudden, he was going the other way with the basketball.
Out to the right wing. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Reed. Second chance shot. And that's 2 points on the layup.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Outside Jackson. And he banks in the layup. Jackson's got his first basket.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Here's McLaughlin. Prince outside. Stolen by Jackson. Anderson against Covington. Stolen by Anderson. Now here's Prince. Not a lot of room. McLaughlin, the pass to Noel. Just 5 on the clock. Prince wide open. And it's off from three-point range. And so Powell will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier, and that one is good. And it's a 9-point Clipper lead.
You know, he's become more perimeter-oriented over time, but Nick Batum more than capable of scoring inside.
Reed gets the bucket.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Now here's Batum. There's the pick. Shoots the three. That one doesn't drop. Timberwolves trail by 7. Here's Noel. Anderson passes to Prince. And again, it's Minnesota.
You know, once Prince gets good inside positioning, he's going to work.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Covington setting the pick for Jackson. Outside Covington. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
It's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Here's McLaughlin. Guarded by Jackson. Jackson comes over with the double. Now the pass to Noel. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Jackson dishes to Batum. Pass to Man. And here's Powell. Covington down low. Working on Anderson. Here's Man. Guarded by Reed. And Jackson gets it to go.
I'll tell you, one thing Jackson has never lacked. Confidence. I mean, when he gets a look, Reggie always believes his next shot will be his best one.
McLaughlin, the pass to Noel. Left side Anderson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. The Clippers have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line. And that one falls for Batum.
And, you know, Nick Batum's length provides a huge bonus to his team. He's able to play and guard multiple positions.
And here's Jackson. He dishes it to Batum. Back to Jackson. Kicks it out to Covington. Off target with his three. And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against him. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this team to become competitive. Los Angeles leading by 11. And so in the game for the Timberwolves. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the point. A three from Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Leonard's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers. Russell feeling it out a bit. Pass to Towns. Dishes to McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside, Wall. George against Russell. Edwards with the block.
And you see Edwards trying to do this more, impose his will at the defensive end. Good job defensively that time.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Russell kicks to Towns. Back to Russell. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Edwards passes to Russell. All with it. Working on McDaniels. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Leonard dishes the wall. Morris outside. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Leonard kicks the wall. The three from George. Rebound Minnesota. Edwards with it. George picks him up. Out to Edwards. Fires from deep. And they'll get another chance. Paul George with the steal. Edwards against Wall. It's stolen by Edwards. To stop the drought, and Russell with the lay-in.
Well, you know, this is just who Russell is, in my opinion, guys. A very assertive and confident player who looks to score the ball as much as he can.
Wall passes to Leonard. Now George. Clock at 6. From deep. Second shot opportunity. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Russell. Lays it up off the glass.
Hey, I can't overstate it. I mean, as a defense in transition, you have to locate Russell before he finds the bottom of the net. You got to get to him quickly.
Here's George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
And they've also been steady from the three-point line and doing a good job creating room for their shooters and then converting.
Clippers leading by 14. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Pass to Wall. George with the ball. Three-pointer. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Over in the corner, McDaniels.
A really solid victory for them here tonight. They kept things simple, took what the defense gave them, and grabbed the win for Los Angeles.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Paul George.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
The pass to Zubats. Looking for George. He gets it there. Los Angeles with another miss. It's Gobert with the ball for Minnesota. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. The drive by Russell. And here's Edwards from the arc. The Clippers grab the miss. Now George. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Some good moment. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Well, Greg, when you look at these rosters, both teams have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchup.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. And it's Morant in at the point guard. So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Jackson finds George. A 3 from Morris. The shot, no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Jackson against Jackson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And don't forget, his dad played in the NBA as well. So Jackson probably grew up getting bumped all the time trying to score in the backyard.
Now, here's George. Pass to Jackson. Back to George. And Bain pulls it down.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
Here's Morant. Plays it up and banks it in. Morant's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And it just seems like Morant is always ready to outwork the defense. A big effort pays off for him there inside.
And it's Desmond Bain with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And so just over a minute and a half played.
And a clever defender. I like seeing Brooks be that pest on this end and just disruptive.
You know, Doris, there's some pretty cool stories, aren't there, about Kawhi Leonard and what he has done in the community.
There really are, Kevin. I think about it. When he wins the Defensive Player of the Year, that comes with a card. And instead of using it for his own personal use, he donated that to a children's welfare charity. This is the same guy who gave 1 million backpacks to kids in need in Los Angeles. Just a few of the things he does for his community. You know, sometimes we bemoan the lack of physicality in the league these days, and that is not something that applies to Mr. Steven Adams.
The Clippers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's George. Throws it down. If the official calls the foul, it may be a three-point play. Steven Adams picks one up.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's Morant. Over Jackson. And it's Morant missing. Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Up top, Zubac. Brooks covering. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's his first foul.
Fourth team foul.
Jackson passes to Morris. Takes it out to Leonard. Zubac trying to break loose. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Morris. And it's a tie ball game.
Boy, the range of Kawhi's shooting just keeps getting deeper and deeper. He really stretches you out.
And that one's good. Morant. Morant's got 6.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
George against Bain. Out to Morris. Takes the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And it's Morant missing.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss. Gentlemen, if we go back to the summer of 2019, that is the summer where the Clippers got both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. When they made those moves, everyone expected this to be an NBA Finals team.
5 to shoot. A nice shot by George. 5 points in the game.
Now, Paul George balances his perimeter game with the ability to work in the painted area.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Well, Kevin, Coach Taylor Jenkins gave me a few minutes to catch up. He told me they have to lean on their post game tonight. He wants them to get the ball into the block each time down the floor and pound those guys inside. Sounds like this could be a real physical battle, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in him.
Jackson finds George. In the corner, it's Morris. Brooks against George. A 3 from Leonard. Second chance effort. No good from Zubac.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Morant outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Already embracing his role as a leader on this team. Morant brings a strong work ethic and winning mentality to this team.
He's off on the second. 1 quarter in the books. It's been a close one so far. Clippers lead by 1. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Summer of 2014, Doris. Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work, and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Oh, and with all the gifted range shooters in this league, Doris, it seems like in the clutch, more teams go for those long-distance, quote-unquote, Hail Mary threes, rather than 2 quick field goals inside.
Well, it makes sense if you have guys who work on those types of shots. We see Stephen Curry do this all the time. But I don't always agree that that should be the play. If you have the time, go for high-percentage 2-point looks.
Morris kicks to George. Out to Morris. Leonard on the wing. There's the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Morris got 3 assists now in this one. Now Morant, 10 points for him. And the rejection by Zubac. Morant against Jackson. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul.
Well, he bailed him out with that one. The shot clock was low. You got to just play straight up D. That is not the time to take a foul.
Morant reaches to Jackson. Bangs home the trifecta. Jackson's got 7 points in the game.
A point who knows his role. Ja loves setting guys up, always looking to pass him.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And there's Jackson on the assist by Morant. 9 points in the game so far.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He is such a strong finisher in the paint.
On the wing, George. Guarded by Bain. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Morant with it. 10 points for him. Outside for Jackson from the arc. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
And he's proven he can make this shot. Jackson, the D has to respect his range better than that.
Jackson passes to Leonard.
2 minutes remaining.
Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Out to Morris. Fires for three. And another three for the Clippers.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Well, Morant is certainly making his presence felt on offense. He's in total attack mode.
To the paint. Here's Leonard. Nice D from Brooks. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 1:16 left here in the second. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. And Morant throws it down.
And just so dynamic at that lead guard position. Morant there just stuffs it.
And George kicks to Morris. Payne against George. And it's George finishing it off.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. .44 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Outside, Payne. There's the pass to Brooks. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And he plays with swagger, and when Brooks makes plays like that, it just fuels his fire even more.
Memphis shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
George against Payne. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Steven Adams picks one up.
Yeah, the defender all over.
It's his first trip to the line. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Out to Morris. Pass to Zubac. Tries again. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Morant outside. Beyond the arc. Unable to get that one. John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. He notched 8 points in the quarter.
Together and get loud for the Jabberwocky.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Guys, John Morant has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins' foul. We've got Tyus Jones, and it's Green in its small forward. Over to the wing. Jones in the post, covered by Wall. Jones, no luck. Clippers trail by 3. Batum finds Powell. Outside, Covington. Back to Powell with a tie. Good on the 3-point shot. Powell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, on the catch and shoot, Norman Powell ready to rise and fire.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Jones, the pass to Aldama. Here's Conchar. Drives to the hoop, and he jams it with authority.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Powell, no one around him. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Grizzlies shooting 70% from the floor. Truly incredible work from this offense tonight. Now the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. The league has becoming the envy of the league. And he's just coming into his prime. So he fits the timeline of their stars.
And Memphis making a change here. Brooks checked in. The Clippers trail. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless? It's a foul there. I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Clark, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. Wall against Jones. Wall's shot is good. Wall's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Well, John Wall's teammates always encourage him to score on the interior. You can see the results right there.
Here's Aldama, defended by Covington. Aldama gets the bucket, and the Grizzlies lead by 2.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop the layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
That's a 2 from Powell. Aldama with the rebound.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Here's Clark. Kicks it out to Jones. It's stolen by Wall. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Batum. Banked in off the glass. Batum's got his first points of the game.
What soft touch from Nick Batum. This guy has no trouble finishing in the painted area.
Green left side. Passes it to Concho. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall.
John Wall.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And so here's Memphis. Here's Clark. And slam dunk by Clark.
Well, Danny Green excels at recognizing when his teammates have open looks and putting it on the money. Nicely done.
Outside, Wall. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, easy call.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
John Wall, of course, the #1 pick back in 2010. Game is largely predicated on speed, the ability to get downhill. But, boy, he has added strength to that incredibly long frame. He has been a force to be reckoned with.
Jones with it. Now Covington defended. Shot clock at 6. Green, the pass to Aldama. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Covington dishes to Powell. Back to Covington. It's Clark with the rebound. Memphis leading by 3. Pass to Aldama. And here's Jones. Over in the corner, Green. And there's the feed to Clark. And it's Clark slamming it down.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Powell finds Batum over Clark, and no good. Trying to use the glass. Grizzlies have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Out to the right wing. Here's Aldama. Offline with his 3. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Grizzlies. They're up by 5. And do not go away. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
John Wall.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Jackson in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Payne. Rebound by the Clippers.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Nobody near George. Off target from outside. And so Brooks will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Leading by 5. Morant gets to Adams. Here's Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 14 points for Jaren Jackson.
A big night for Jackson so far. He's a talented scorer and only getting better.
George finds Leonard. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. The putback. Memphis leading by 7. Morant left side. And finished off by Morant.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Morris passes to George. Outside Jackson. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside, Bain. Back to Brooks. Outside, Bain. Memphis moving it around. The 3 from Morant. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Kept alive outside for Jackson, and there's the pass to Leonard. It's George on the wing to halt the run, and George with the stop.
Well, Paul George will work hard to get to his spots offensively. Right now, they can count on him to put the ball in the basket.
Adams outside Jackson. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Morant drives in, and it's good. He's made 2 for every 1 he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest. George looking over the floor. A 3 ball. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Brooks has got his 4th rebound in this one. On the wing, Bain. No good with the triple. Clippers trail by 12. Jackson finds Morris. Outside, George. Up top, Morris. Jackson down low. Headed by Morant. Morris, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Morant outside. Back to Bain. There's the triple. And it's Morant missing. LA's gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Grizzlies.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Ja Morant.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. Disappointing day for him. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way. Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Well, this one is winding down now. Memphis can watch the clock run out. On the wing, Jackson. Back to Morant. Down low. Stolen by Zubac.
What outstanding defensive anticipation and a poor decision passing.
And so the Grizzlies take the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily...
These two teams really get it done on the offensive end. Grant, how much of that is the system?
Well, these teams have great systems, but ultimately it's about the players. The coaching takes you a long way, but it's a players' league. You need skilled guys who can execute your system, especially when you're in the playoffs.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Payne and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. You don't come across them that often.
Pass to Towns. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort. Brooks against Towns. That's good from Jackson on the assist by Brooks.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits him.
Russell to pass to Towns. McDaniels with it. And here's Edwards, defended by Jackson. Gobert inside. Adams is there. Russell up top. 6 on the shot clock. And Edwards, here we go. And Edwards slams it in.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Morant with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Takes a 3. Minnesota with a rebound. Just over a minute and a half in.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach. Put 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
And here's Morant. Outside for Brooks. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Russell. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
Whether it's on the ball or off, Jaren Jackson has shown great awareness and timing as a shot blocker. And some will remember that Desmond Bain was the last pick in the first round in the 2020 draft, which is something he has used as motivation over the years.
You know, it's clear now that teams are kicking themselves for not picking Bain earlier in the draft, Smitty.
B.A., the reason why he's proven that he can be a huge part of the rotation, a lights-out three-point shooter and rugged defender, a player any team would love to have.
It's Edwards on the wing, guarded by Bain. Here's McDaniels. Oh, no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Adams. Here's Morant.
In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
Well, Smitty, with Morant, his ascension into superstardom was quicker than expected.
B.A., before he tweaks his knee, he was in the top 5 for the MVP race, putting himself among the league's elite at the age of 22. And with his passion, he's only going to get better.
The whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
The Grizzlies have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Morant against Russell.
Oh, my goodness. As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Russell against Morant. Russell to pass to Towns. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Back to Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
This guy is exciting to watch. Morant gets up and dunks it.
Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. Outside for Russell. Pull drills it from the corner. Another miss by Minnesota.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
And it's slammed in by Adams.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Edwards with it. He's picked up by Adams. Back to Daniels. Launches the three. Grizzlies with the rebound. Outside Bade. Back to Morant. Brooks outside. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Russell pass to Towns. Shot from the wing. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one. And so the first quarter is in the books. Grizzlies out in front, up by 5. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
For me, they made a point to attack inside early in the game, and it's paid off for them. A lot of solid looks in the paint.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
On the court for Memphis, Morant and Bade in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. Jackson outside. Outside for Morant. Over Russell. Adams with the ball. And it's Gobert picking him up. Here's Bane. Jams it in off a great move.
You see the impressive leaping ability. Bane getting off the ground with ease. If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their core guys, that was only their second trip to the playoffs.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, for that very young Grizzlies team, I'm thinking that playoff experience last year was invaluable, Smith.
BA, no question. For every playoff game a young player gets under his belt, the more prepared he is for the next playoff run.
Well, as you know, Grant, this game can be so hard on your body. As a player, how do you determine the difference between being hurt versus being injured?
That's a great question, BA. Look, sometimes as players, you need someone to protect them from themselves. Today's game, the teams today are so smart about protecting players and preventing things from getting worse. But it really comes down to the players, the doctors, the team overall, just being smart and having a big picture about the injuries.
That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Edwards got 6.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Brooks outside. Pass to Morant. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
Towns passes to Russell. Towns is screen on Morant. Now here's Edwards. Oh, he misses the go-ahead basket.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Out to the wing. It's good from the top of the key. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
There's the flexibility of Jaren at the offensive end. He can post, he can put it on the floor, or he can just catch and fire.
Towns for 3. Here's Edwards. Pass to Towns. Goes back up. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's on Desmond Bane.
For a big, Towns is an effective free throw shooter. You really can't give him too many looks from the line.
At the line for 2.
He hits the second from the line. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Morant, the pass to Bane.
2 minutes remaining in the half. 2 minutes.
Outside Morant. it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Edwards, the pass to Russell, inside. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Stolen by Russell. Outside McDaniels. Got a hand on it. Gobert against Brooks. Jackson, right side. Back to Brooks. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Pass to Towns. Back to Gobert. Stolen by Jackson. Left side Bane. Morant with it. Russell covering. Brooks finds Jackson. Now here's Morant. 6 to shoot. Drives to the hoop. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Off the dribble, Morant is so dynamic. Even his teammates look a little stunned.
Russell against Morant. Towns passes to McDaniels. Back to Towns. Tries again. Misses off the left iron.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Outside Bane. Outside for Morant. Takes the 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside Edwards. Now here's Towns. Back to Edwards. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very good.
15, the Grizzlies, 19.
As we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You have to like what we're seeing from Karl Anthony Towns.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
We've got Austin Rivers. Kyle Anderson is out there with Taurean Prince. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin. And it's Reed in at the center position. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. And with the Memphis Grizzlies, Smitty, they felt like an underdog for as long as they've been around.
It seems to fuel each and every guy that plays here. BA, they want to prove the doubters wrong. It's something that has really brought this group together.
Jones, his shot is good.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Here's McLaughlin. And Clark with a block. Pass to Green. Clark outside. Here's Conchar. Here's Aldama. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. There's the triple. And the three-pointer goes. And now a 10-point Memphis lead.
Some sick ball skills displayed right there. And he's not the guy you expect to pull that off.
Lets it go from deep. Rivers' shot is off. Memphis has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. To the left side wing. To the left wing. Pass to McLaughlin. And here's Reed. Stolen by Jones. Outside, Green. Here's Conchar. The 3. Anderson pulls it down. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. On the wing, Rivers. And Danny Green gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Reed, a slam dunk by Reed.
He may give up a little size, but has to bounce to hold his own.
Outside, Green. Back Back to Jones. On the wing, Conchar. Pass to Jones. Clock at 6. And again, Memphis no good. The Timberwolves have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Outside, Anderson. Driving inside, and it's blocked by Clark. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Reed. Misses off the right iron.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks. Brandon Clark is one of the most efficient players in the league. He's been in the top 5 in true shooting a couple of times.
The Timberwolves trail. Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Rivers. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And it's McLaughlin missing. And Smitty, the analytics will show you that Brandon Clark is one of the best at protecting the ball.
Yeah, Brandon's been in the top 5 in that category as well. He doesn't put up huge scoring numbers, but when Clark is on the floor, he has a major impact.
Conchar, good. Conchar's got 6.
I don't think the defense had any idea what they were doing there. Clear miscommunication leading to an easy basket for the offense.
Pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
Here's Aldama. Back to Jones. The 3-ball. Aldama, no good. The Timberwolves have gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8. No problems knocking that one down.
Not a pure shooter in the classic sense, but Rivers is a threat out there if you give him any room.
Pass to Conchar. Here's Aldama. Left side, Green. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Green.
Substitution on the court.
Minnesota has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Here's McLaughlin, pounded by Moran. Pass to Prince. Now Anderson. Up and over Brooks. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in its center. Adams. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points.
Can't teach size and strength. Once Adams gets position, you're not rooting him out of there.
Towns a screen on Moran. Russell, the pass to Towns. Outside Edwards. Jackson against Towns. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Grizzlies. Memphis leading. Outside Morant. Brooks outside. Edwards against Bain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Jackson. Here's the 3. McDaniels with the rebound. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Here's Gobert. No good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. They've led by as many as 11. Jackson left side. On the wing, Bain for three. Russell with the rebound.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Pass to Edwards. Fires from deep. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Brooks outside. Morant with it. Russell covering. Jackson against Gobert. On the wing, Bain. Three-pointer. With a rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Brooks against Towns. Here's Edwards. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Grizzlies?
What I love, and the coaching staff has to love, is the defense. They've really brought the energy with all these blocks we've seen in this one.
And defensively, they're speeding them up, forcing mistakes, and continuing to come up with steals.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Jackson finds Morant. Brooks outside. Now here's Jackson. Over to the left wing. From deep, Morant. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Edwards. Towns with the ball. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Steps back. Now Brooks. Outside Bain. Right side Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson from about 19. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
This is what I like about Ja Morant. He stays open to all options. Right there finds the open man.
Pass to Towns from deep. And Morant clears the board. Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Russell with the ball. Checked by Brooks. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Tremendous intensity from Gobert. He sees an opening and leaps up for a slam.
Morant, the pass to Bain. Back to Morant. Left side Bain. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Edwards against Bain. Here's Towns. Outside for Russell. Launches it. They get it back. Gobert passes to Russell. Beyond the arc. That shot missing. Now Memphis takes it the other way. I think a bucket here, Grant, would end this game.
Absolutely. That would put a bow on this one.
On the wing, Bain. Plenty of space. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
Beautiful mechanics from Desmond Bain. Doesn't need much time to get his shot off.
That one goes in.
Reliable approach. Getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
And here's Memphis. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth. Now Morant. Outside Bain. From deep three-point range. Off on that one. And so the Grizzlies take the win. This was a hard-fought, well...
Wants to play defense and wants to be great.
I hope they are, and I hope he is. He's a terrific all-star. Here we go. Trending well for sure, Dave. Thanks. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1. Now, here's George. Morris with a screen on Edwards. George, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Edwards with the drive. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Well, if you like free-flowing offenses that pile up the assist, Clark, you've come to the right place.
I'll tell you what, Kevin, both of these teams really emphasize player movement, ball movement, and getting everybody involved, touches and shots. It makes them very unpredictable and really keeps the defense off balance.
4 on the clock. Leonard attacking. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be painful.
Now, here is Russell. And the whistle blows. It's going to be an over-the-back call here.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Yeah, you know, that was out of his reach anyway, so I don't even know why he made that effort. No need to commit the foul there.
Wall finds Morris. Leonard on the wing. George looking around. Gobert pulls it in. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Back to McDaniel. It's Edwards on the wing. The kick out to Towns. Outside, George. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Up top, Edwards. He's covered by Leonard. Pass to Russell. The kick out to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Towns attacks the basket with such a ferocity and never give up attitude. I love that about him, guys.
Outside, Wall. He can't get that one.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
D'Angelo Russell, the second overall pick in 2015.
Yeah, pretty interesting too, Kevin, that the Lakers traded him after just his second season. It was basically a salary dump. It wasn't about talent because he's got plenty of that, but he was young when he came into the league. He had a reset at age 21 and then went on to rebuild his stock in Brooklyn, making an all-star game there. And by doing that, showed everybody that he could start over.
Now Russell. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's McDaniels. The wide Minnesota. Gobert finds Edwards. Outside Russell. Back to Edwards. The 3. The shot. No good. Clippers trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And George with the stop.
Slam dunk city, Paul George. The big time throwdown there.
Outside Russell. Outside Towns. Edwards against George. Edwards inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Anthony Edwards has a great body and knows how to control it. Showing you right there by taking advantage to draw the foul.
He hits the second from the line. Clippers trail by 3. The pass to George. Morris with the screen for George. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Towns. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Russell. Back to Edwards. And it's Russell in the corner. The dish to Edwards. On the 3 off target. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Timberwolves on it. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take so far in the Timberwolves?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
So for the Clippers right now, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1 spot.
Not a whole lot you can do. Even when Gobert is under pressure, he finds a way to finish.
Out to Morris, the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Now, here is Russell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. It's rebounded by John Wall.
Tell you what, he does not miss many of those. He's usually a very strong finisher in tight.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. And in the NBA, Clark, one singular talent can transform a team, as we know. So if you can play with either a superstar scorer or a defensive player of the year team, which would it be?
I think I've got to go with the defender, Kevin, simply because there are a lot more guys that do scoring at a high level than do defending at a high level. And if you have an elite defensive player of the year kind of guy, he can make a huge impact on your championship chances.
outside. George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call it a shooting foul. It's on Anthony Edwards.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity, he's cashing in on those.
Edwards looking it over. Passes to Gobert. Rebound by the Clippers.
Well, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Morris outside. Back to Leonard. Shoots over McDaniel. And it's off the back rim. No good. Minnesota leading by 5. With the step back. Here's Russell with the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Clippers will come the other way. Here's Wall. And Wall with the slam.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Pass to Towns. Kicks it to Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Outside, Wall. Outside, Leonard fires the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Towns wide open. Oh, good on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Russell against Wall. Kicks it out to Leonard. Outside, Wall. And the shot dunk by Wall.
Hey, there's no denying it. John Wall has some of the best handles in the NBA. And if you're not careful, he'll make you look real bad.
Russell passes to Edwards. Back to Russell. Over to the wing. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you know, we all know how talented Towns is. Now it's time for him to up the ante and do big things in the playoffs.
And he sinks the second. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And George kicks to Wall. Back to George. This one for 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert has got 7 rebounds in the game. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Clippers trail by 4. Wall looking it over. Drops in the layup for 2. Wall's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, you love Wall's tenacity there. Takes the contact and finds a way to finish through it.
Russell left side. There's 39 seconds left in the first half. Towns, the pass to McDaniels. Back to Towns. Shoots from 12. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Towns has got 7.
You know, the fact that Towns can step out and shoot with accuracy means he doesn't always have to score inside.
And George kicks the Wall. Outside for George. No good on the 3. Outside, Towns. Gobert with a screen for Towns. Russell from long range. And that one released in time, but no good.
Well, that long.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back.
16. The Clippers. 12.
half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Karl Anthony Towns with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Prince out there with Anderson. And it's Rivers. Then there's Reed. And it's McLaughlin in at the point. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Jackson with it. Picked up by Rivers. And there's a foul called on Nas Reed. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
On defense, the Timberwolves. They lead by 4. Pass to man. Outside, Covington. Jackson up top. Takes it out to Covington. From outside, off the mark. Here's Minnesota. Here's McLaughlin. The Timberwolves working the ball around them. Rivers surveying the D. 5 on the clock. On the wing, and that's Prince. That time on the assist by Rivers. Prince has got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Timberwolves. And the pass to Covington. Back to Powell. Takes it out to Covington. Back to Powell. Lets it go from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Passes it to Anderson. Now Rivers. No points in the game yet for him. It's tipped. Outside, Covington. Batum finds Covington. Back to Batum. And Jordan McLaughlin picks up the foul here. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
It's Covington on the wing. Guarded by Reed to the right side. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jackson. The rebound by Anderson.
Look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Rivers against Covington. Here's McLaughlin. Picks it out to Prince. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touched by Prince.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Jackson passes to Powell. To the middle. Here's Covington. The rebound by Anderson.
And, you know, you can see in his eyes, he knows that is not a dunk he should have missed.
Prince outside. The kick out to Anderson. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. 1:43 left to play here in the third. Pass to Covington. Powell against Rivers. Jackson passes to Powell. Covington dishes to Batum. The layup missed. Timberwolves leading by 3. 1:16 left in the third. Rivers kicks to Prince, trying to end the drought. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, Taurean Prince is not the guy you want to send to the foul line.
This is his first free throw of the game.
He had 76% from the line a season ago. And most would consider that to be a success.
Clippers trail by 4. Here's Powell. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Powell's got 5 points in the quarter. Here's McLaughlin. Guarded by Jackson. Pass to Prince. 46 seconds left here in the third quarter. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
You can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
LA's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. It's Covington on the wing. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Prince in the corner. Drills it from outside. Prince has got 6 points.
And you know Prince is feeling it when he takes this shot. Love the confidence.
Powell with it. 5 points in the game. Jackson kicks to Powell. To the paint. Batum inside. And the dunk by Batum.
Boy, and for his size, Nick Batum has really good ball handling skills.
Here's Rivers, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we just finished the third quarter. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Clippers trail by 3. So for the Clippers right now, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Russell passes to Gobert. And the rejection by Zubac. And George kicks to Zubac. Towns against Morris. George with no one around. A miss that time would have put him up.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Edwards, and then jammed down as he goes right over. He beats Zubac.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness, Anthony Edwards. Throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
George dishes the Wall. In the corner, it's Morris. They grab their own miss.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
Russell with the bucket.
Gliding off the pick and roll. Russell makes the smart choice to take it himself.
George against Edwards. George passes to Zubac. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And he can't hit the second. Timberwolves leading by 3. And here is McDaniel. Dishes it to Towns. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here.
Towns has excellent size and really long arms, and he uses both to wreak havoc on the offensive board.
Outside, George. Now the pass to Zubac. That ball's nice speed that time from George.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Russell feeling it out a bit. He kicks to McDaniels. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
Yeah, you look at Russell, one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
George passes to Morris. George with the ball. Working on McDaniels. And they get it back. Wall dishes to George. The kick out to Wall. On the wing, Morris. George with the ball. Working on McDaniels. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Timberwolves leading by 5. Now, here is Russell. Outside, Towns. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Excellent job by Towns to stick with it. Didn't let the defender get to him there.
Kicks it out to Leonard on the wing. Morris. In the foul called on Edwards. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And stolen by Russell. Edwards passes to McDaniels. Got a piece of it.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity. Gone awry.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
The way they've been able to consistently get past the defense and to the cup has been most impressive. They've almost made it look pedestrian.
And all game long, they work the ball inside. It's really worked well for them offensively.
Russell finds McDaniel. Back to Russell. Launches a 3. That one's not going to go. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. George with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. George passes to Zubac. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
Outside Edwards. Driving to the basket. Stolen by Zubac.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
George, that's a 2-pointer. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Hey, you know that George is going to take the shot when the game is up for grabs. I mean, that's who he is, and that's what's expected of him. He's an exceptional decision maker in these situations, which makes it even more obvious.
And so it's the Timberwolves who've come out on top here. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish.